What's up, folks? My name is Doug McWilliams. I thought I'd do a quick video on some basic fundraising tips. I have been a fundraiser in Hollywood for the past 5 years or so, until just recently. I can tell you, it's a tough job. Any fundraising is hard, but this firm that I worked at, we had lots of different clients. So you've got to be up to speed on different organizations with what's happening in the world, which I like. I like being plugged into the news and current events and challenges that humanity faces. And I think, my take, my style, it really runs counter to what a lot of places might teach you. I think that there is a kind of a disease in modern America where everyone is so, it's just become so automated and robotic. We're lacking real human contact. You call into any company, try and get service, you got to go through a menu and maybe get a live person. With the fundraising industry, we now have companies, you've probably gotten the calls, they're just automated, robotic machines, recorded messages that respond based on, has the technology, artificial intelligence, if you like. But you're not talking to a human being. And I think a lot of firms, I've worked with two different firms, sometimes they will teach you just to read the script or stay with the script. Um, and you end up sounding robotic. But let me say this. I think number one tip I can give to any new or seasoned fundraiser is to change the definition or set up, make sure you've got the proper mindset of what a successful phone call is. I think a lot of young rookie fundraisers would define a successful phone call as, hey, I got a gift, I got money. And I say, no, that's not a successful phone call necessarily. If you hounded someone and just they got them so upset, just to get you off the phone, they just gave a gift, then you just shot yourself in the foot. They're not going to pick up for you again. You know what? They're not going to pick up for someone else who's fundraising. You just poison the water for yourself and everyone else. On the contrary, if you have a great conversation with someone, you hit it off, you have a real human interaction, and they're not able to give a donation that day, that's still a successful phone call. Why? Because you got to realize the odds are stacked against you up front. Most of the time, they're not going to give you money that day that you called them, interrupted their television program or whatever they were doing. It's a tall order to call someone and interrupt what they're doing as a cold caller. And expect they're going to bust out their wallet and give you a gift. Okay, that's a tall order. So know that up front. However, if you hit it off, they feel respected, enjoyed the conversation, if you inform them of what's happening. And with the firm that I call for, these are generally people who have given to that organization before or a similar organization. So there's an affinity for the work. So knowing what's up, they've been respected, they like you, they will give a gift when they're able, when they're ready, when that next check comes in, whenever it strikes them. And that should be the goal, realizing. And I would tell people right up front, look, what was my line? It's been a few months now. I would tell people right up front, whether you can give a gift or not is fine. But I'm just hoping for a few minutes to talk to you. So take that rebuttal away, because so many times people pick up the phone, well, you just want me to give money. I step back and say, no, that's up to you. Whether you give or not is fine. I'm just hoping to talk to you for a few minutes. And you've got to do that. I mean, any good salesman will tell you, take the pressure off. Don't just freaking steamroll. Oh, hey, here's the address. So here's what's going on. You got to give them pause, okay? And to make the analogy of like a door-to-door salesman, your foot in the door on a phone call is a sincere and slow, measured thank you. I would announce myself, the campaign, and I'd say, first of all, thank you for the support you've already given, and I want to sincerely thank you. Don't lay it on too thick. Oh, thank you. Some people just steamroll through the thank you, and they just sound like totally insincere car salesmen. Thank you so much. Well, no, stop, slow it down. For another, one of the best tips I got when I was a new fundraiser was the advice to slow it down. kind of lull them into an actual real conversation. I think rookies tend to think that they can just get the information out there. Well, and that's their job. Is to, well, no, that's not your job, because they're going to tune out. They're going to put that phone away. They're not listening to you. I think you have to, again, slow down, sincere thank you. I think you need to say, look, whether you can donate or not is fine. I tell people, I know that not everyone can give when I make this phone call, and that's fine. And kind of a way to, if they can't, again, realistically, getting a gift that day is a tall order. Most people, no matter how much they like the organization, they don't want to give that day. They want to do it on, and you hear that too. I give when I want. I say, yeah, I get you, but we need to stay in touch. One of the great lines I got from one of my fellow phone callers is, you get some pushback from these donors and say, you guys call all the time. Number one, they give to multiple organizations, so they get called from multiple organizations, and I think you got to kind of lay that out. I know you get calls from lots of organizations. We try not to call too often, but the reality is very few people wake up in the morning and think about where they're going to donate their money. We have to check in from time to time, not with an expectation. And I'll say, there's never an expectation of you giving a gift. I want you to give when the time is right and with an amount that's comfortable. It's very important that you be comfortable with your giving. You are the backbone. And maybe that sounds cheesy or cliche. It's true. That organization, it starts with the donors. So the donor takes, I say, the donor, you are the most important part of this operation. Without our donors, we can't do any of the work. So it's not that our needs supersede your needs. And I think it's very, vitally important for a fundraiser to get that and also communicate that concept when they're on the phone with a prospective donor. Yeah, we have needs, but honestly, our needs take a back seat to yours because the process starts with you. Your gifts make all of this possible, and we don't get enough chances to thank you. And you get a lot of matching gifts and say, well, when these opportunities come up, we've got to let people know about it. This is one of my lines that I give, and I say it's not everyone who cares enough about this issue to donate their money. So number one, thank you, but understand, you are the people we have to turn to. And don't feel bad if you can't do it now. We know that you support us, and you'll give again when you're able. I mean, stroke that caller. I saw a lot of other fundraisers just kind of churn through. It's like, well, if they're not going to give me a gift, I just want to get off the phone. And you are poisoning, again, the water for yourself and for other phone callers who are more conscientious. You've got to have a good interaction. You don't want to burn those donors. They give you a gift, and now they get pissed off when they get hit up every month. If you're a donor, you know what I'm talking about. A lot of these people that call the shots for these, they just want to maximize the income. I get that. You do important work, but you have to respect the donor. And the reason I'm doing this video is I think that the industry needs to change. I actually wrote up a whole manual of tips and strategies. And unfortunately, my computer got hit with that Spora ransomware. I don't know how. I'm trying to be careful about the email attachments I open, but they got me. So all my files are encrypted at this moment. I don't have access to it. Hopefully I'll get it back. Yeah, I love fundraising. If calling for an organization that helps people, that changes the world, it's a very satisfying thing. It doesn't pay much, but it paid enough to put a roof over my head. And you got to put your blood, sweat, and tears into something, right? You got to work to support yourself. I say you may as well do something that helps people, that you can feel good about. All right, so that's it for my fundraising tips. I've got a lot more. I could be a fundraising consultant, a trainer. I moved right to the top echelon at my firm and was one of the top producers. And I did it by being a human being and always putting the donor first. I'm sorry, that's how it's got to be. And being, yeah, okay, that's it. So I'll sign off. Subscribe, like, comments. I'll try to help you out. You have a good day.